hello, welcome. We're going to play the furry dating game again. So, yes. Let me just open up the chat here. I invite you to chat with me, have conversation. Alright, let's see here. Testing. Oh god. Hi. I don't know what to do. Okay, well, anyway, let's turn that down a bit. Okay. And let's get started. So, last night we met our stepbrother Kobe, who likes to walk around in his underwear. His boyfriend just broke up with him, which is super sad. So we decided to hang out with him for the day. And right now we are at this nightclub. And at this nightclub we met this cool, nerdy chick, this fox girl, and we hit it up a little bit. So she had to leave. So now we just in this nightclub and see what else is going on. Alright, so let's continue and see what happens today. Hey, bro, can I borrow you for a second? Okay. How's the manhunt going? I can see about 10 guys that are likely interested just from here. I'm kind of lost as to what I should be doing here. Any advice for a first timer? I'm not sure if I'm the pampering type. Oh shit, my bad. Okay, ooh, let's talk to the DJ. What's the DJ going on about? Excuse me, hello? Hey, Mr. DJ. I'd like to request a song if that's alright. Oh, sure, thanks. Can sit down. Let's see. Ooh, this is like another fox person that catches my interest. The ball. And then, okay, let's talk to this other fox person. There's a lot of foxes here. Despite him being alone at the bar of one of the most active nightclubs I'd seen in recent memory, my eye was drawn to the slender feline leaning over his book. He would sit there for a long moment and then, without cue, he would scribble frantically in the leather-bound journal spread out before him. So he's a cat. Got it. I thought he was a fox because of his bushy tail, but okay. Whew. Now and then, he would lift his glass from the bar and lean back, pausing to take a drink as if someone was expecting him to. This adorable ruse was undermined, however, as each sip was followed by a grimace of barely contained disgust. Oh my, okay. I casually watched as he moved, almost wrote, from his frantic writing to reaching for his glass and leaning to the wall of the bar. That was when he noticed me, and in a sudden fit of surprise, spilled his drink down the front of his shirt. Uh-oh, that's not good. Clumsy much? Oh, you're a bit rude, aren't you? Minus points for you. in his indifference seemed more due to trying to blot expensive alcohol off his chest rather than serious concern about my presence. I flagged down a waiter and ordered him another drink before offering him a napkin. Okay. It's a ball. I didn't realize the seat was taken. Anyway, I was interested in getting to know the only person working harder at a nightclub than the staff. I extended my hand across the table. My name's Raven. It's a pleasure to meet you. It took him a moment, getting as much as he could of his drink off his chest and lap before he set the napkin down and gave me a thorough looking over. God damn these sentences. Whew. Those bright blue eyes narrowed for a moment as he hesitantly offered his hand in return. Well, yeah, I mean, you tell people your name and then I guess you shake your hands. Oh, maybe not, I don't know. Fuck, I know. Not usually, no. Just notice you're one of the only other people here not either dancing or relaxing with others. I was curious about what brought you here. You don't seem like the type. Are you? Oh, so you're an author, are you? And you're writing a book? I wonder what about. I suppose that's true. I thought most of them indulged in part because it was their particular interest more than strict research. You don't strike me as the type to write romance or erotica, though. Mostly because even the bouncers are wearing half the clothing you are. And because I came here with my brother Kobe. Specifically because this is his favorite place to meet guys for a fling. You have to admit, your choice of ambience suggests something more than just curiosity about popular culture. Stupid phone. Okay. By now he was blushing furiously, the spots of red visible beneath his snowy white cheekful. Despite his attempt at appearing aloof, something spoke about his relative discomfort in being here. I hope I am speaking okay. I'm not here to judge. It's just, well, interesting. I get enough stories from Kobe to get an idea of how this place tends to function, and you appear to be actively avoiding that function. If you say so, buddy. So you're a writer. Maybe you've written something I've heard of before. What do you have out there? What? I suppose that makes sense. Authors rarely have a single work to their name. Do you have something I could read? He sat upright, the slouch that had been so prevalent before suddenly vanishing. His ears poked up as well, before he glanced to the side and then back at me. It took a long moment before he responded. Hesitantly, he dug in the shoulder bag sitting beside him before producing another composition notebook that he sat down in front of me. He watched intently as I skimmed over his work. It was mostly fluff, fragments of ideas, and the occasional clever rhyme. Each piece seemed short, as if it were cut off before completion. He seems to have trouble sticking to an idea. Maybe that's why he was looking for inspiration. You've got some good starters here, but that's most of what I'm seeing. Some good opening ideas. Like you said, this is mostly just scribbles, but have you gotten to finishing a work yet? You seem very sensitive about your work for someone who is writing in the public eye. Mostly, I guess, to keep myself occupied and distracted. Kobe, my brother, very much likes this place but doesn't always want to go alone. I needed time away from my problems and he wanted a ride. A match made in, well, necessity. I've always wanted to travel around a bit more, see a few other places. I haven't had much of a chance to get out of town. Maybe even travel to another country and immerse myself in the culture. I mean, it's great here, but sometimes you just want to explore, My answer seemed to intrigue him. His head bobbed a few times in agreement as he jotted down a few notes. He seemed to be rather thrilled about his interrogation. He looked back up from his notebook with excitement. I guess socializing. When I'm feeling mopey or just have too much time, I like to find other people to be around. Conversation, laughs, and banter between friends really helps to perk me back up. He looked a little surprised, jotting down a few extra lines in his notebook before glancing back at me. That is a good question. I get the feeling that this is a somewhat pointed question. I also get the feeling that there was something more going on here than simple research. He shot me a God, I can't talk. He shot me a chest. I know I can say it. He shot me a Cheshire cat grin and placed a hand on his chest in mock shock. Clearly, he was enjoying this intimate game of 20 questions. I'm hoping to meet someone interesting, someone with stories and a sort of confident charm that entraps you. The kind of person you can have a good laugh or a thoughtful discussion with. Apparently, I said the right thing. A smile spread across his lips before resting the pen on the table. Without even looking to the notebook, he continued. True, you make a good point. Alright, one more question, and then I really should find Kobe and figure out what he has planned for the rest of the night. I'd hope I was more than just an intellectual diversion. Is that not the case? So, what's that last question? He hesitated, glancing down at his notebook for a second before scribbling something in the margins. As he looked back up, I could see his cheeks were still quite flushed. No, I'm good. You have fun with that, okay? Nah, that's all you. You have fun with that. Look, Look, the 20 questions thing was kind of fun, but I don't think you're who I'm looking for. Nothing personal, you're adorable, just not my type. What the? Give me one moment. Yeah, maybe. I mean, we could always be friends, right? He began to awkwardly gather his things, stealing the occasional glance back at me before he finally slid off the stool. He stood there for a long moment, taking one last look over before flashing a brief, sad smile and making his way towards the door. Oh man, why you gotta guilt trip me like this? I mean, he is a nice guy, you know. He was fun to talk to, but he's just not my type. Maybe we could be friends? I don't know. Yeah. Cute as he was, he really wasn't my type. I gave him a final wave before sliding off the stool and continuing my explorations. Who knows, maybe someone else here would click better with me. I want to talk to him. or her, or him. Okay, I can go back there. There's a door here. Let's through this door. Oh, no, that's outside. So, like, could talk to. Let's talk to Bartender. I don't know why I'm whispering. My hand barely touches the counter before the bartender is right in front of me. From here I can see that his uniform, while dapper, is clearly tailored for the club. His sleeveless vest and cuffed wrists are capped by a revealing tuxedo, styled brief as well. Despite his state of near undress, he seems quite chipper and buffs down the counter in front of me with a rag. He winks at me before continuing. Oh, where's the, Wait, actually, could you tell me more about the punk husky who's hanging around at back? No, I want to discover them on my own. As I slid into one of the stools, he set a glass in front of me. I think I like a drink. Oops. came here to relax, and now is a good time as any to start. Looking over the drink menu, I consider my options. I have something to take the edge off. He looked at me apprisingly for a moment. He disappeared below the bar for a moment, rising to produce a pint glass. He next slid it under the tap, pulling a nice long draught before flicking his wrist and sending the drink sailing in my direction. Too surprised, I didn't reach out soon enough, but found the drink stopped right in front of me without a drop spilled. The tip of his tail curled around the base. He smiled and released the glass from his prehensile grip before I wrapped my fingers around it. Wow, that was quite the show. I'm good, thanks. I picked up my drink and wandered away from the bar. Oh my goodness. Her tail has a mouth? What in the what? Well, that could make some interesting, yeah, it's very, okay. Okay, interesting. Time on the dance floor seemed a little too much like the deep end. Anyway, I didn't want to crowd Kobe. Maybe after I got a feel for the lounge. Speaking of... Over the bustle of the crowd, one of the lounge goers caught my eye. Not least of all because her outfit stood out above the clubbing gear of the other patrons. Sipping a cocktail, her sheer slip gave her outline an undeniable elegance. She seemed seemed happy enough, taking shallow sips from her glass, her eyes on one of the girls giving her all on the pole. Maybe I should introduce myself. She seemed interesting enough, and wasn't with anyone from what I could tell. No point in being here and not introducing myself. I made my way over, trying my best to keep time to the music. She caught my eye, and I leaned in to speak over the background sounds. Hey, I'm Raven. Mind if I sit here with you? Beautiful, aren't they? Yeah, gotta agree with you there. I've never seen so many good-looking people all in one place. It takes a lot of poise and a certain degree of confidence, of course. Do you see how she holds herself? I suppose it's silly to say I'm envious. As she took another sip from her drink, her hand wobbled slightly. She was still smiling warmly, but it seemed like her flush was more from the alcohol than the dancers. Was she drunk? She seemed open enough to chatting more. I took the opportunity to slip in beside her on the couch. She took her eyes from the dancer. Mission accomplished. No, a pretty woman like you? I guess I'm surprised. You look like you have everything together. Honestly, I'm the one who should be feeling a little outclassed. Oh my God, that face. Lucky me, smooth operator. So, Raven, join me at the ball? I'd rather be talking to you than looking at her right now. She had an infectious flirtatiousness floatiness to her. Maybe that was the drink, but as she stood, her fingers ran down my leg, giving me goosebumps. I stood before she could lead the way. All the better not to let her advances cool, touching her side as if about to waltz, fingers running down the sheer fabric of her cocktail dress. I felt the curve of her waist in my spreading fingers as I leaned in with a smoke. Faking a need to speak over the music, the scent of her shampoo was more intoxicating than any cocktail. Shouldn't I be the one taking you to the ball? Got me all to yourself, babe. That. So, what are you drinking? I don't mind showing you the ropes. How about a cherry daiquiri? The bartender made our drinks as she sat pretty, a jewel at the ball. It occurred to me to ask her about her outfit. So, your dress is boutique, right? It certainly caught my eye over the sea of Spicer's gift tees and crop tops. Good eye. Yes, it's a Typhoon original. Do you think it looks good on me? I can't praise the outfit enough. It caught my eye from across the room and it led me to the bar with the most attractive woman in the place. Smoking, trying to match her confidence, I ran the back of my fingers down the sheer fabric, watching the fabric catch ripples of light. Better to be bold with someone like her, I hope. Now, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't interested in seeing more of the woman under it. but I'm more than liking what I see so far. Her eyes seemed to look me over, one hand idly adjusting the strap of her slip as she bit her lip, snickering under her breath. She exhaled in a erratic tempo. Phew, and here I thought the night would be dull. You know, I really didn't expect to meet someone like you here. Someone like me? Smart, attractive, flirty. Well, I figured that was par for the course here. She cut me off with a laugh, blushing more as she picked up the new drink. Someone competent is what I mean. If we, well... Heart pounding, I shifted under her hungry look. I gulped a little, my turn to blush. If we what? If we were somewhere more private, well, I think we might both be a little more comfortable. Let's go all the way. I admit it, you piqued my interest the moment I saw you. I couldn't help feeling suave in her presence. The girl reached out her hand and I intercepted it with my own, pulling it to my face with a grin and kissing the meat of her thumb. I couldn't hide my reaction to her. My, how proper. Slipping her hand from my face, she gave me a smirk. Lifting her drink to her lips, she drank slowly from the bright liquid. Her eyes didn't leave me. They simply traveled down over my chest, taking an inventory of my body. A facade, I assure you. I drank her in, from the roundness of her rump to the fullness of her smile. Shifting my legs apart, I watched her eyes trace the obvious effect of her words as she took a hungry sip of her drink. She sat down her drink, leaning in as the hypnotic smoke ran across her face again, her fingers tiptoeing down her own collarbone to the place where her sheer dress covered the full bust. She drew my eyes to her body so skillfully I was lost in her form before I even knew it. I bit my lip to stop a small moan as her fingers ran over the curve of her bust and downwards. Oh, shit! Before I could fall into her body completely, her cocktail glass simmered off the bar. Cold, ruby liquid spilled over the counter in a waterfall model scene that landed in her lap. One of the patrons jeered and her blush spread. Fuck. Not the wake-up call I wanted. I'm sorry. Mercy stood abruptly, trying to pat down the silken fabric from her spill. My eyes still locked on her body. I could see the fabric stick to her thin waist and thighs, outlining an obvious anatomy. I was more than familiar with myself at this particular point in our teasing. Shit. Raven, I'm sorry. I've made a damn fool of myself. Sorry. She'd clearly been enjoying the talk as much as me. Who knew? Looking back at the bar, she seems to have left her business card. A gallery manager, huh? I might have guessed. If I wanted, I could call her again on this number. Maybe when she's sober. Taking the card. Wait, where's the husky out back? And where's the pool? lion dude. I want to talk to the lion. But first, a little intermission. I'll be back. Okay. One more conversation and then I'll call it a night. Oh, there's two of them. I couldn't help but notice the lion at the back of the room. His face placid mask as the parrot next to him seemed locked in a scowl and in underwear. Despite my best intentions, I couldn't help but overhear snippets of what they were saying. Neither of them moved for a long moment. The snarl on the parrot's beak grew sharper, and it parted long enough for an exhale. Nothing was spoken, though. Instead, the parrot turned on his heel with a snort and strode back towards the ball. The lion tried not to watch as the parrot moved through the crowd to the dance floor. His eyes darted to the corners, catching a glimpse or two before the crowd engulfed the parrot. After a beat, the lion's expression changed. His emerald green eyes narrowed and scanned the room as the corners of his mouth began to rise. Carrie! Carrie! Hey! Knock it off! Now go sit down. And settle down. Okay, settle down. Sit. Sit. That's good girl. Good girl. Yes, you boy. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ooh, I just love you. Did you cut yourself when you were itching? Huh? I felt a little scared. Yes, I did. You need to be careful. A twinge of fear tickled the back of my neck as those eyes settled on me. The lion grew his tongue slowly over his lips, and two very wicked-looking fangs came into view. He crooked a finger at me, urging me over. Despite my reservations, I felt drawn in. His smile grew more predatory, and the taut muscles beneath his shirt tensed enticingly as he shifted to give me a once-over. Oh my god, Jesus. He looks like he's gonna eat me alive. Okay, that's actually scaring me. Like, I feel like an evil presence. Like, I don't know. He's up to no good, but I'll go with it. Sure, I'm a little parched and a drink could help me relax. Sounds good. The lion glanced over at the bar for a moment before walking over and placing an order. Unfortunately, there was nothing more awkward than standing alone in an active nightclub. Glancing between the club goers, I was feeling a little I was feeling a little exposed until he walked back with 2 highball glasses. Handing one to me, I glanced down to see what it was. Each glass had 2 cubes of ice and a cherry, bobbing in an amber beverage. Raven, nice to meet you. I could feel my cheeks flush as those hungry eyes kept wandering over me. No, I just came here with my brother. He'd been wanting to go out of the house, and I'd said I'd come along. To be honest, kinda looking for someone to get to know. It's been a rough time recently, and being alone has just made it harder. Does that include you too? What do you mean? Fair enough. Why don't I start? I don't mean to pry, but I couldn't help but overhear you talking to that guy earlier. What was that all about? What happened? Sounds like you made out fairly well in the deal. Kai, what are you doing? Yeah, but I can't imagine things were going great recently. What were you studying? I take it things didn't pan out? You should go for it. You've certainly gone too far to give up now. Wait, am I top or am I a bottom? Tease him as a bottom. Tease him as a top. Just joking. Got you with that one. I'm taking some time to get to know me, get out and see what this town has to offer. Well, I'm kind of between jobs at the moment. Not ideal, but I'm making the best of it. Well, I could use a strong guy to buy me nice things and take me out to eat. Would you brought it up? Don't worry, I was just kidding. I'm doing alright. I've been handing out resumes and interviewing for what seems like an eternity. I could really use a break. That'd be great. This is fun, but I didn't want to spend all night talking. Well, damn. Shit, okay. Wait, what? So, well, I mean, yeah, no. Alright, like I said, I'm gonna end it here for tonight. Thank you for watching. If you haven't, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter for updates and other cool stuff. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Ooh, a dragon? What? Let's talk to a dragon. Good night.